Hi and welcome back to my channel. I hope all of you are doing good. Now the review would have been done much earlier, but I noticed something peculiar with the unit that HMD Global has sent this over. So a big thanks and shout out to HMD Global from Europe for arranging this unit. But this isn't the actual unit for my review, so there are some aspects of this device that I won't be sharing in detail, especially the display part of the device. I'll be waiting for my definitive review unit to arrive, which will take some time, but in the meantime, I'll be covering the other aspects of HMD Skyline. Now, as you can see from the packaging itself, HMD Global is going for a more colorful approach. They started with the Pulse series, something different from the X30 and XR21 packaging, for example. So back to colors. Now, a couple of highlights of the Skylines are written here. Now, do take note that the Skyline comes in two colors at this point of time, neon pink and twisted black, but it will also be coming with different color options in the coming future. And based on third-party retailers, apparently it looks like we're looking at an August 20th for global availability of HMD Skyline. Now, a couple of highlights of the device are written at the back: the camera, the Gen 2 repairability, the hardware powering the device, as well as the display charging. Now, do take note that this is the first Android device to support the Qi 2 protocol. The Qi 2 protocol is very much similar to the Apple MagSafe technology because both of them co-develop it, and the 15 watt is just the limit at this point of time. It can be developed to be even faster in future. Now, of course, the Skyline also supports the magnetic wireless charging capability, which is actually good because that allows you an efficient charging with magnetic enable wireless charger. Now let's do a quick unboxing of the device, and just want to reiterate that the display of the device I won't be sharing in detail because this is not the actual unit for me to review, and I've been instead this is in-house demo unit, so I'm not going to share much on that aspect of it. But this is how the packaging looks like from the ones from UK. You got this beautiful purplish pinkish sort of USB-C cable, and of course SIM ejector tool and details of a business edition for the HMD Skyline. Now apparently the business edition of HMD Skyline will have a longer warranty as well as OS support, so that is something interesting. And let's just take the HMD Skyline out of the box. This is the HMD Skyline neon pink. It's an absolutely beautiful device. It's something that you actually have to see it in person because with all the lightings, the way it bounces off, some aspect of the device might not be highlighted adequately under this lighting, but it's an absolute beautiful device. Now, if you were to look back at the designs of devices from the past, and this is actually just another version of a Fabula design. So the Fabula design actually started with the Nokia N8. So this is the precursor to all the Fabula designs that we know of, and then it continued and refined with the Nokia N9. And the closest device that resembles this design is actually the Lumia 925 with its metal frame and a plastic back. So this is probably another take of a very popular design, the Fabula design with HMD Skyline. You've got a flat top, a curved side, really comfortable to be held in the hand. And next to the Nokia X30, this is the thing that I found interesting. It's actually about the same in dimension with the Nokia X30 in terms of the height, probably a tad taller, probably a tad wider, but in essence they're about the same. So it's really just hits the right spot. Now the HMD Skyline here, as the name suggests, Skyline, it might indicate that this is probably the highest offering from HMD Global at this point of time. Now you've got the HMD branding at the back, and this is apparently or supposedly to be a glass cover, but this has a matte-like appearance, so might not be the glossy ones that we saw on the Pulse series. And this is how the device looks like. It's got two microphones, one on the top, one at the bottom, two speakers, one at the bottom and one at the front here. And you can also see that it's got a USB-C charging port and a SIM slot. So this houses two SIM and the memory is expandable, and this is where the screw is. So with the screw you can just turn it counterclockwise, and the back panel can be easily removed, and you can do wonders with HMD Global's new devices that it has two customizable buttons. So we've had this on the Nokia XR21, but this goes a step further with the HMD Skyline. So you've got a dedicated customizable button on the left and another one on the power button, which also houses the fingerprint fingerprint scanner, definitely one of the more responsive fingerprint scanner on an HMD device. You've got a volume rocker up here. Now for those of you wondering if there's any 3.5mm head jack, no, it does not have, but it supports an analog output, probably through an USB-C adapter. So like I said, I won't be emphasizing much on the display of the device because this is not the actual review unit, but the display is absolutely beautiful. This is a Full HD Plus display with 144Hz refresh rate, and this also supports HDR10 output. So just to go in further, I'll just bring you into the settings of the device. And just to show you a bit about this is that once you go to the display of the device, you can actually choose the refresh rate at either 144Hz refresh rate, or you can go into the 120Hz standard or adaptive. So the other cool thing about the HMD Skyline is that its ability to wirelessly charge. So it uses a similar wireless charging technology like the Apple MagSafe protocol. So this is on par with that. Now, one thing that the HMD Skyline can also do is it can actually reverse wirelessly charge capable device like the earbuds that I have here. So all I need to do is activate the share power feature, and I place it on the back, and as you can see, it has already started to wirelessly charge the earbuds. So really handy feature there. As I've said earlier, the video playback on this device is beautiful. This supports 4K 60 frames per second video output from YouTube, but it doesn't actually support HDR playback. I'm not sure why, whether it will be activated in the future update, or it requires a special licensing for that. But it's safe to say that the display here, as I'm showing you briefly, is really beautiful, really sharp, colors are popping, and the blacks are really deep. So when it comes to the volume, I have to say that the volume is definitely louder than the ones on Nokia X30. It is loud, it is clear, and there's quality to the sound output. And this is actually playing at maximum volume. You can actually listen to the depth of the music that is being produced by HMD Skyline. Really beautiful, and you can actually bringing up a notch with this. So what you just heard was the audio boost feature. So the audio boost feature can be activated once you've exceeded the maximum volume here. Probably the best case scenario for that would be to use it for communication purposes. If you, in case you're in a very noisy environment, then the audio boost feature would definitely enhance your listening capability. Really good feature there. And of course, the HMD Skyline also supports Ozo audio playback. So with Ozo audio playback, you do get certain enhancement. So basically what the Ozo audio playback does is it improves the output of the audio quality of the device that the HMD Skyline is connected to. And with the Skyline, you do get options for certain types of settings: dynamic, music, games, and cinema. Basically, if you have the Skyline connected to a speaker or a earbud or a headphone, you get to experience the best output possible thanks to the Ozo audio playback technology that is available on the Skyline series. Now do take note that you've got a specific access to the custom button. So this is the custom button, and the power button both can be customized, and the way you do it is actually by pressing and holding or double press. So you can either press and hold to launch a certain specific app or a specific action, and you can double press to do something different. So for example, if I were to press and hold the button here, it goes into the flash mode, which I've already set on this device. So when it comes to the imaging part, the HMD Skyline is using the latest camera firmware. In fact, it's actually newer than the ones on the Nokia X30 and is even more powerful. So these are a couple of features that you will get with the HMD Skyline: handheld astrophoto, flash shot, selfie gestures, eye tracking, skin tone, and 2x portrait. All of these are really beautiful enhancements that will definitely improve your experience with the Skyline. Now, as I said earlier, they won't be using the PureView branding, so probably the X30 is the last PureView branded device made by HMD Global, but this is definitely a PureView worthy device. So a lot of cool features with the camera here. Now, when it comes to the videography aspect of the device, it supports 4K 30 frames per second, and there are actually a couple of bugs like the one that you're seeing here, where once you go to flash shot, it is difficult for you to exit out of it. But the flash shot also has something called as autofocus tracking. So basically you can lock onto a subject and track the subject. So really beautiful for fast moving object. But yes, they do have to clear the bugs that I've shown just recently. So at this point of time, all you can do is actually shut down the app and then restart it again, and it's not present all the time, but it does happen occasionally. Now when it comes to the night mode, what you see here is night mode 3.0. You've got astrophoto option available, and you can't really decide between a dark vision or not. The device itself will choose for you based on its AI algorithm, which is the best output possible. So this is something that I'm really eager to test out, and the night mode is available for the ultra wide and the telephoto as well. Now when it comes to the portrait mode, you've got AI enhancement, so you have gestures based selfie imaging. So this is something interesting, so you don't actually need to be pressing on your button, so you just do them gestures and it will take the photos for you. So when it comes to the video recording aspect of the device, it is limited to 4K 30 frames per second, but at this point of time the video recording is only limited to OIS stabilization at 4K 30 frames per second. So whether or not HMD will be introducing a 60 frames per second 4K recording is something that we have to wait for the August update, but they have assured that the drop in frame rate as well as the stabilization will definitely be improved with the August update. The August update also will introduce a 4K recording with the front facing camera, which at this point of time supports only 1080p recording, which has some electronic stabilization there, but it's not really adequate, so I hope they improve on that as well. And of course the August update will also probably bring together the detox mode, something that I'm really interested to see, something that would actually be handy for most of us. Now this is a quick look into HMD Skyline. Sorry to say that I can't share much of the details of the display at this point of time because of certain limitations, something that I'll be doing much later once I do have the proper review device with me. But I will be sharing an in-depth review on the camera capability of the device in my upcoming video. So I hope you stay tuned till then, stay safe, and I'll see you in my next one.